Hello everybody, Ebony Stormbreaker here, back to you with another video. And today you guys, I'm going to give you guys my full updated 2021-2022 arsenal from Storm Rotogrip 900 Global. So, without further ado everyone, I got a lot to show you. Let's get started. First two balls I'll be showing you guys. First ball is my first ever 300 ball, the Storm Proton Physics. Now, as you guys saw from my previous couple of videos, and if you guys are friends with me on Facebook, you've seen my Facebook post, Boulder doubles tournament with my friend Joe Trotty, got my first ever 300 with the Proton Physics. It's all over my Facebook page, and I've been talking a lot about it in my videos. This ball is the last asymmetric bowling ball I have drilled before the new stuff I'm going to be getting in April. Very strong, very, very snappy in the back end, but also very controllable on the heaviest oil conditions. It smells like frosted cupcake, and it's got the NEX cover stock. So this ball is really strong and really snappy down lane, and it gives me a very, very good shape on the back end for the heavy oil conditions. My second ball is another ball that I'll use for heavy oil conditions, depending on at different centers. The Halo Solid. Now, I got this ball a while back, new in box, just after I had my Jackal Ghost, and my Moto Jackal Ghost a long time ago. This ball, once I got this ball, I sold my Jackal Ghost, and I was using this ball a lot on the fresh oil. This ball from Rotogrip is really good as well. It's also really strong. This depends on what house I go to. There's times that I'll fill this one, and there's times I'll fill the Proton Physics. And I also have some more asymmetric balls that I also fill as well, depending on the conditions. There's some more of them in my arsenal that I'm going to be showing you guys today. But this ball is also really good, and this ball is discontinued as the Proton Physics is not. So if you want to replace the Halo Solid, drill the Proton Physics. And there's a new ball out from Rotogrip called the Rotogrip Gem. I'm going to be getting that ball coming up soon. I'm going to be getting the 900 Global Reality, since that's the strongest ball in 900 Global's line since they joined Storm. And I'm going to be getting the Storm Nova from my best friend Little Wave is going to be giving me. And some more 900 Global pieces, which you guys will be seeing when I get them drilled. So that's it for that ball. Move that off to the side. Now, for my next two, we have the Idol Helios, which is the newest Idol in the Rotogrip line. Very strong, very smooth. Reminds me of the original Idol, except it's got more pop in the back end. And it's really, really, really strong. I fill this ball a lot and fresh as well, depending on the conditions. But as you can see, this ball is really, really, really dirty because I throw it a lot. Depends on the lane I'm bowling on and the conditions the lanes are in. Really, really, really strong. And very, very, very controllable in the back part of the lane. Next ball on the Idol line that I really, really, really like is the Hyrule Pearl. Now, this one I have thrown a lot as well. Really good ball as well. It's a little bit smoother than the Idol Helios, but still really strong in the back end. I really do like this ball as well. I've never had one Idol I did not like. I have one Idol left that I still got to drill that I'll be showing you guys later. That's sitting in my other equipment that I have not drilled yet, sitting on the side of my closet over there. But this ball is really good, and I really do like it. Let me set this up real quick for you guys. Sorry about that. I gotta shut this. Ah, God, this thing's stuck. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Alright. On to the next two. The fifth ball I want to show you guys is the Storm Dark Code. My friend Zeno Evie got this ball before me and really threw it a lot on the lanes before he moved to El Paso, Texas, which I miss. Me and all my friends miss him very much. This ball I've been throwing a lot. Like bringing it to league with me very, very frequently. It's really strong. It's got the REX cover stock, and I did put some surface on this when I threw it last. But it's, as you guys can see, it has polished itself back up, so I got to redull it again. But this ball is really strong, and it's honestly one of the best code balls I've ever thrown. I really do like it. It's the newest code in the Storm line. Next ball is an old ball, a little bit older. It's in the Hyrule line, the Hyrule Nano. Now this ball is not made anymore. It's not a discontinued ball. As the Untitled Pro and the Halo Solid are. The Dark Code still being made. The Helios is still being made because the Helios just came out this year. But this Hyrule Nano has been discontinued for a little while. Lucky enough for me, I was able to get one. And I really do like it. It's really strong and very smooth. Works on certain conditions. I can throw it on heavy oil on certain houses. And I can throw it on medium oil at certain houses, depending on how much friction is available on the lane. And this depends on where I'm at, is when I'm going to use this ball. I really, really like it. And it's a very, very, very good ball. Now I got two more to show you here, and then I'm going to go into the closet and grab more stuff out to show you. My arsenal has really been increasing, and I've gotten rid of some stuff from last video. So there's some stuff here that you guys will not be seeing again from last time I did an arsenal video, because a lot of stuff I have sold, and I have no more hammer stuff in my arsenal at all. And I'm only throwing Storm, Rotogrip, and Global now. So a lot of the stuff, some stuff that I had that I was throwing I had in the Storm, in my Storm, for my Storm equipment. Some of them are gone because they were either too close to a ball I have, or I just got rid of them to make space, even though I did like them. The last two here, before I go get more stuff out of the closet. Next one is the Rotogrip Rubicon. Now, I've had this ball for a while. When I got the Rubicon UC2, which you'll be seeing later, I said I was going to get the Rubicon to go with it. Had this for a while. Drilled it up. Really do like it. Again, depending on the house and the conditions, it's asymmetric. There's times I'll throw this the first game as well. There's times that I won't, but it's always one of my favorite balls in the bag. I switch out of it here and there between other stuff that I have, but it's really strong, very smooth, very snappy. Just gives me a good consistent shape. There's times that I'll use it at a certain house, and there's times that it stays here at my house. But I really, really, really do like this ball as well. And then finally, out of the 6 here, before I go get more stuff out of the closet, I showed this one in my last arsenal video as well. We had the UFO Solid. Another good asymmetric, strong ball for fresh oil. Again, depending on the house that I bowl at, I'll throw this, and there's times that I won't. I love this ball as well. Storm, Rotogrip, Nano Global make so much good stuff, you guys. And Nano Global just joined last year. I only have a few bowling balls from them, but I'm getting, like I said, I'm getting more next month. So, can't wait to try out some more of their stuff and continue to get through the season, get through this fall season and into the spring and summer season, and then back to the fall season with new stuff. So, very, very, very excited. Again, this ball is really, really, really good as well. Really do like it. It's smoother than my Halo, and it's smoother than my Proton Physics, but still shapes very strongly in the back end. So there is my first 8 bowling balls from my arsenal. Now we're going to continue by me leaving for a second, going into my closet, and grabbing some more stuff out. So give me one sec. As you can see now, I got a bigger bedroom. I got a way bigger closet. So you're not going to see me, like last video, struggling to get stuff. Because I have more space, and I can get to my stuff a lot easier. So I'm not going to be gone as long as I was before trying to get stuff. Okay, guys, let's continue on for the next 8. First one out of the next 8, Storm OG High Road. Now, this ball's been out for 12 years now. Really, really, really smooth and predictable. Good for light oil when the lanes are starting to burn. It was one of my burn balls. Like last game in the league, I'll go to this. Or I'll go to another couple of options that I have for burn. This is one of my favorite high roads, you guys. Besides the other high roads that I have. I love all of them. But this one is the best one of them all, in my opinion. All of them are good. But this one is old, reliable OG high road. Like, this thing just gives a smooth, strong shape in the back end. And my pro shop operator was right. This is the best high road ever made. The Hyrule Nano is amazing. The Hyrule Pearl that I'm going to be showing you guys is amazing. I have the Hyrule X in the closet I'm going to show you later. I have the new Hyrule Max. That storm just discontinued. But the Hyrule OG Hyrule and the Hyrule Pearl still live on. Well, the Hyrule X, the Hyrule Max, the all road that I have in the closet I'm going to show you later. The Hyrule Solid that I have that I'll show you guys later that I still got to drill. Those are all discontinued. Not because they were bad balls, because I got all of them and I love all of them. But because they weren't living up to a lot of both expectations. But the High Road OG, which is this one, and the Hyrule Pearl, which I'm going to show you guys next, both of them are still going. So there's that one. Next one, which I just showed you guys about, is the Hyrule Pearl. Now, this one I did drill before the OG High Road. Throwing this one on white oil as well. It's a little bit smoother than the OG High Road, but still good shape on the back end. The OG High Road smells like combination berry, and the Hyrule Pearl smells like grape punch. As you can see, I throw this one a lot as well, because you can see it's kind of dirty. Same thing with the OG High Road, and the OG High Road has a couple of scratches on it. But these balls are good for light oil and when there's a lot of friction. So I definitely recommend, if you're throwing storm stuff, if you're throwing storm products, drill a Hyrule Pearl, drill an OG High Road. They'll be good for higher friction houses and good for light to medium oil conditions. So now that these are out of the way, I'm going to go put these away, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, I'm back. Now, let's get to the next 3 bowling balls that I have. First off, we have the Storm Intense. Now, I haven't thrown this ball in a little while. Giving it a little bit of a break. Another favorite pearl of mine. I was actually looking around for some stuff when I was going through. I haven't had this ball in the last video, but I did go out and get one. I really like this ball. I use it on certain houses as well. Last time I used it, I was down at Midway Lanes in Vestal, where I don't usually bowl at. I went down to the bowl and have some bowl down there with a couple of friends of mine. And I shot this down there when there was a lot of friction, and it snaps really hard in the pocket. So I was using this, and I bowled really good with it. I shot 280, and I shot 255 down there with this ball. So this ball is really good. This ball is good also for a lot of friction at a lot of houses. Depends on the conditions that there are is when I'm going to use this. But it's another good ball in the bag, and I really do like it. So, there's that. Next ball. First ever code I ever drilled. Storm Code Red. Now, I got this, and I drilled it. This is the first code I ever drilled, before I drilled the Code X, that you'll see later, and the Dark Code. I haven't drilled my Code Black yet. I'm going to show you guys that one later. That one's still sitting in my not drilled pile. But this ball is strong, smooth, another good asymmetric for heavy oil conditions. Like I said, I got a lot of asymmetrics for heavy oil conditions, but they just give different shapes on the back end, so it depends on what shape that I'm looking for the fresh oil, and what house I'm bowling at is which one I'm going to take with me. I have so many asymmetrics, you guys. That's why I'm going to have the Nova and the Gem and the Reality in April. And we're also more 9 global pieces. But depends on what shape that I'm looking for on fresh oil is what depends on what ball I'm going to take with me, for what asymmetric ball I'm going to take with me. Final ball out of this bag is the Storm Physics. Another ball for heavy oil. Like I said, depends on the house. Like I said, I'll go to any house in the area, and there are times that you can use the ball that you bring, and the asymmetric ball that you bring, and there's times where you cannot throw an asymmetric ball on fresh. There's times that I have to throw a different ball that I usually am not used to throwing on fresh, because the way the lanes are oiled. A lot of times I can get away with asymmetric on the fresh for the first game, but there are times that I have to start out throwing symmetric right away, like the Idle Helios, the Idle Pro, my Phase 2, stuff like that. So there's just times that you can't throw asymmetric equipment. There's times you have to start throwing symmetric. So there's for that bag. Now, I'm going to tell you guys what I have down at the bowling alley right now. Before I get into the next bag that I have here. Down at the bowling alley for my next floor, before I get into the next bag, I have my old reliable Storm Phase 2 down the alley, my bowling alley. I have the Storm Phase 3. I have my 900 Global Zen, was my first ever 900 Global ball that I've ever drilled, that my best friend Louis gave me. And down there I have my new ball, one of the new balls that I've drilled, the Rotogrip RSTX2. My Storm Phase 2 is my benchmark ball, my reliable ball for when I'm struggling to carry, and I I go to it for conditions when the lanes are really tough, and it bails me out every time. The Storm Phase 3 is another ball I'll go to for lighter oil conditions, depending on the house, depending on the friction, depending on how the lanes are getting broken down. I love that ball as well. It's always a main ball in my bag as well. It's never going anywhere. My Nano Global Zen has been a main ball in my bag as well for burn. Again, depending on the condition and the shape, I can use that ball for second game and third game of League, or I can use it just the third game, or I can use it all 3 games. It just depends on how the lanes start out and how they progress throughout the night. RSTX 2. One of the most snappingest, strongest pearls I have ever thrown. Compared to the Rubicon UC2, which you guys will see later, the RSTX 2 is very close in shape to the Rubicon UC2, but the Rubicon UC2 outhooks it by a tiny bit, because the Rubicon UC2 snaps a little bit harder. You guys will be seeing that ball later. But those are the 4 that I have at the alley, and they all work very well together. The ones I always keep there are the Phase 2 and Phase 3, and there's times that I'll switch out the other 2 that I leave there. The Zen has actually been staying at the alley as my another favorite ball in the bag, and that ball has actually been staying there a lot lately. I don't think I'll be taking that ball home anytime soon, but I'll probably switch on my RSTX 2 to something else every once in a while, just to give me a different ball down there every once in a while, because I don't want to always carry the same 4. But I'll always keep my Phase 2, Phase 3, and Zen down there, and I'll just switch out the 4th one every once in a while. Anyway, guys, I'll be right back. Taking this to the closet. Okay, guys. Since I just mentioned those 4, now we're on to the next 6. First, Rotogrip Hyrule Pearl. Now you saw this ball when we just got back from when my bowling just started opening back up again after we had COVID going on here in my area. This is the first ball I re-drilled after getting back from that. I drilled this in a Game Breaker Free Pearl. The Game Breaker Free Pearl from Evernight I do not have anymore. Got rid of that a long time ago. But the Hyrule Pearl I kept on to. One of my favorite pearls in the bag. Haven't thrown it in a while, but it's still one of my favorite pearls that I have. And it gets used a lot, but I've been giving it some breaks because I've got some more stuff that I want to try and get used to. So it's been going in and out of my bag. If I go down to Endicott or the Midway, I take this a lot because there's a lot of friction down there, and this ball's good for that kind of condition. At my house, I don't always throw it, but there's times it'll go and there's times that it won't. But this ball is amazing, and this ball is never gonna leave I'm never gonna get rid of this ball. I like this ball too much. Another pearl that I have in this bag is the nuclear cell. Now, this ball has gotten used a lot as well. It can be a good ball for fresh oil. It can be a good ball for late in the block. As you guys have probably watched one of my older YouTube videos, I threw this ball a lot. I threw this compared to RSTX 1, and I threw this also compared to my Parallax, which you guys will be seeing later. This was the smoothest one out of my 3 balls that I threw. Smooth, yet controllable, and it was still pretty strong. So, I want to get some more cell balls, like the Hypercell Fused is the one I've been looking at to go with this. So, if I can find a Hypercell Fused, I'll get that to go with this. So, I have 2 good pearl balls that are cells for certain oil conditions. Because I really do want to try Hypercell Fused out, because I've been hearing a lot of good things about the Hypercell Fused. Okay. Second code ball I ever drilled, we got the Storm Codex. Now, this is the smoothest code out of the 4 codes that I have. The code black, I heard, was a little bit stronger than the code red. And the code X is smoother than all the codes. The dark code is third strongest in the bag. The code X is the smoothest and the weakest code out of the 4 that I have. Still strong, still controllable, still asymmetric. But there's a big difference between all 4 of the codes. There's going to be a time that there is going to be a video out from me eventually where I compare all the codes. I compare all the phases, and I compare all my idols, and I compare every single bone ball that I have. This time, I'll just take a few at a time, go down to the alley, and I'll do a comparison video. So you guys can see the shapes of the balls that I bring with me, and you guys can get your own comparison. Maybe you guys will want to go out and buy one yourself. Even though some of the balls that I have are rare gems, and they're expensive. But if you can find them for good prices after watching the video, and if you want to buy them, go ahead and buy them, because they'll be worth your money, and I'm sure you guys will all like them. Now let me go put this bag away. I'll be right back. Okay, you guys. Now the next 3, before I go get the biggest part of the arsenal, which we're getting down to the middle part of my arsenal, because I got going down to the good parts. Okay. New High Road here. In this bag, we got the High Road Max. Now, this is my strongest High Road. It's got the same cover stock as the Proton Physics that you guys saw earlier. The NEX cover stock. Now, this was a present from my friend Zeno Evie, who now is in El Paso, Texas, that I mentioned earlier. Me and him bought these for each other a while back. I've had this ball about a year now, going on a year and a half. I've been throwing a lot of games on it. It's really dirty. I gotta clean it. And I gotta get it resurfaced, because I've been throwing... I probably have like 80, 90 games on this ball now. Main part of my bag. Another good ball that I use for fresh oil on certain houses. Very good shape in the back end. Smells like green apple. And I love the reaction on this ball, you guys. It's strong, smooth, controllable. And I hope Storm comes out with more high roads, because if they do, I'm definitely going to be drilling them. Because all the high roads are good. All the road balls are really, really, really good. And they've been successful and out for a very long time for a good reason. Next ball in this bag, we have the IQ Emerald. My grandfather honestly has one of these, and he got this ball. Here's the last ball he actually got before he stopped bowling. So I went out and looked for one. I finally was able to find one for a good price of $75. So I went out and I drilled one. It's a very good ball. All the IQs are good. I got a couple of bowling balls coming into the mail very shortly. And it's more stuff I'm going to get drilled in April. But this is a good benchmark pearl ball for light to medium oil conditions. Another good spot in the bag that I can swap this in there for a high road if I want to, or I can leave it out. Depending on the house. Different shape in the back end compared to the high roads, but still very predictable and very, very, very smooth. And I really do like this ball as well. There's just there's just certain houses that I can use this, and there's certain houses I cannot. Final ball in the bag, in this bag, IQ Tour Nano Pearl. Again, another good IQ. Another good ball for fresh oil. Again, love this ball as well. Gives a different shape than the IQ Emerald. Like I said, can't go wrong with the IQ line. They all give different shapes, but they all are controllable pieces. So there goes for that bag. Now to get down to the good part of the arsenal. Further down to the good stuff that I have drilled within the last couple of months and the last couple of weeks. So give me a sec, I'll be back. Okay, you guys. Next 6. I haven't gotten into my stuff I have to get drilled yet. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of getting rid of stuff and getting new stuff. Now this bag, you have seen these two in my last video that I did with the arsenal building, but we have the other good benchmark ball that I have, the IQ Tour. As you guys know, this is my other benchmark ball that I have used a lot, and first IQ ball I've ever drilled. I got this for like $50 from my friend Phil Drum about 3 years ago, and I put a lot of games on this, and it's another good benchmark shape that I use for certain conditions and certain centers, and it's been one of the main balls in my bag. And I did a pretty tall pin on the IQ Tour. Another ball that Zeno EV gave me, bought for me, is the Wild Streak. Now, this is mine. The one that he had, my friend Wolf now has. And he's been using his a lot in League lately, he's rolled no tap with me. It's got a phase 2 like shape, like the Zen, and my phase 2. It's got the similar shape to the phase 2 and a similar shape to the Zen, but different reaction in the back end. I think this is the snappiest ball out of the 3. But they're all very, very, very good bowling balls. And there's just certain times that I use this and there's certain times that I won't. If I want to control the lane, and not have the ball over jump in the back end, I usually throw in this and have this ball in my hands. Now on to the book bag. We have the Storm All Road. Now, I've had this ball for a while. Got it from my friend Brandon Scott. Did a ball trade with him with the GB Game Breaker 3 Solid and the Game Breaker 3 Pro. I got this and the Astrophysics, which I'll show you guys later. They didn't match up with him, so he gave him over to me for a trade. And this and the Astrophysics have been one of my very good bowling balls for me. The Astrophysics I got my first 300 with couple years ago, and I have the plaque up behind in front of me up on the wall over there. And I also have a 297 with the OG idol that my best friend Lou gave me, so I'll show you guys later. And my first 300 plaque, when I got the proton physics, will be here in the next 7 to 8 weeks, which will be going up there as well. Hoping I can get a lot more 300s with Storm Rotogrip and Global, but very glad to have my first 300. But the All-Road, you guys, is also a really good ball. It's smooth. It's smoother than my Couture, but it gives a very rounded, predictable shape. Now, let me put these away, and I'll be back. Okay, guys, now to my new 3-ball roller. Because my old roller that I have, I still use, but I can't take it to league anymore. Because the back of it's starting to break. So I bought a new roller. My mom helped me get a new roller this year, which I thank my mom for. I still have my 2-ball storm roller I had for my first ever video that I did at when I lived with my grandmother. Still got that roller, which you guys will be seeing that roller last before I get into my used stuff that I still gotta drill. Halo Vision. This is another new ball I've had for got when I got my Halo Solid. I drilled this. I got this as well, so I complete the Halo collection. Another good asymmetric. Stronger than my Halo Solid. Fits right in the middle. A little bit smoother than my Proton, but it's a very strong ball. Another ball I really, really, really like. This one I could only find. This one, sadly, it was in 16 pounds. I couldn't find it in 15, so I had to drill a 16. This one was like $160 or $170. I found it on eBay, and I ordered it when I was going to Elmira Business Institute College in Vestal before they closed down. That's when I got the Halo Solid and got this, and some other bowling balls I already showed. But this ball was is also really good for certain heavy oil conditions, and I really, really, really like this ball as well. And then we have the Storm Axiom. I love this ball. It's smooth. It's a little strong on the face too, but it's got a good continuous shape on the back end. And yeah, it's another good favorite ball of mine. I throw it a lot as well. Like I said, conditions, you need certain conditions for certain equipment. And this ball, if I can't find anything to work, if I can't get my phase 2 to knock the corner pins out, I'll go to this or the Idle Helios, or something just a little bit stronger than this if I have to. Now to go off my Axiom Solid, we have the Axiom Pearl. Now this, if the Axiom Solid gets a little too smooth and my Zen's not carrying the corners out, I'm usually having Axiom Pearl in my hands. Because the shape it gives, it's stronger than the Zen, but it's in between the Zen. It's in between the Zen for me. Like the Axiom, if you throw an Axiom Solid on fresh oil and it's not getting out the corner pin, usually I'm going to my phase 2, and if that's not carrying out the corner, I'll go to my Axiom Pearl. If this isn't carrying out the corner, I'll go down to my Zen. So you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 punch. If your asymmetrics are not working and those symmetrics are not working, you have other stuff to go to. And if that Zen is not working, I go down to my All-Road or my Hyrule, Solid, OG Hyrule or Hyrule Pearl. Sorry, I cannot speak very well right there, but that's usually what I would progress if stuff's not carrying out the corner pins on the certain conditions that I need them to carry out the corner pins on. Now let me put my new bag away, and we'll get down into the rest of the equipment that I have and work our way out to finishing up the stuff that I have drilled, and then get down to the good stuff on the side of my closet that I need to get drilled before I get the new stuff in April. So I'll be right back, you guys. Now these three I had to take out of the bag because the other free ball bag that I have, the back of it is broken. And that's the next bag that I have to show you with my equipment in it. So I just took the bowling balls out and I was just going to put them back after I show you guys. First one is the Bell Mode, the Jason Momotti Trend. This is the fourth ball that he made with Storm. After doing a timeless drive promotion, he did this one. Honestly, my favorite ball that he has ever made is the promotion. But the Trend has found a place in the bag. Another good ball for lighter oil. I really do like this ball. It's smooth. It's controllable. Gives a good shape in the back end. And it smells like blueberry. And honestly, it's a very good ball. I really do like it. Good job, Jason Momotti, for creating this trend. I'll put that off to the side. And now we'll go with the first ever bowling ball that Jason Momotti has ever made with Storm. The Storm Timeless. Now, this was another bowling ball I got off of Phil Drum with the IQ Tour. Honestly, I was very shocked when I threw the Timeless for the first time after getting it drilled. The IQ Tour, I loved when I got it drilled. That ball I used so much, and I still use it a lot now. I'm really shocked with this Timeless. It's smooth, and it snaps really hard in the back end. And it's just used for certain conditions. When the lanes are really oily in the front and not so oily in the back, this ball does wonders. It snaps really hard in the back end, and it gives a very good shape in the back end. There's just certain conditions that those kind of conditions is best used for. And I really do like the shape it makes. As you can see right now, mine's it's polished a little bit. It's got some rain shine on it. But I'm going to dull this thing back up once this video is over. And maybe I'll possibly throw it this next Saturday in League. I haven't thrown it in a while, and I really think I'm going to need it for this week because I'm going to be on a very, very, very heavy oil lane condition that has a lot of friction. So I think this ball is going to work great for that kind of condition. And to top it all off for this bag, we have the new collaboration that Jason Momotti created with Storm this year. We have the Storm Trend 2. Now, this is stronger than the Trend, stronger than the Timeless in my opinion. This ball, I think Jason Momotti did another good job with making this ball. Because predictability is a lot stronger than the Trend. When the Trend wants to give up in the back end, on certain types of conditions, this Trend 2 fits in very, very, very well. The Trend and Timeless I got used for like $50 a piece. The Trend 2 I bought brand new from the shop. My pro shop operator Jeff drove this for me. And I think this Trend 2 gives off the Trend very well. When the Trend starts to become a little too smooth and a little unpredictable, the Trend 2 fits right into the arsenal, right into the bag. You can fit the Trend and the Trend 2 in the same bag, and they're going to both perform at their finest peak, just depending on what condition that you use them on, or use them for. Very good bowling balls, very good compliments to each other, and I think that the Trend 2 made its best performance when Jason Momotti had Storm create this, because I think it combos with the Trend extremely, extremely well. So good job, this Monty, and good job, Storm. Now I'll put these back, and I'll be right back with some more stuff. Okay, you guys. The next 4. Getting down to getting down to the best for last. Okay, in this bag, we have the Storm Hyrule X. And we have the Rotogrip Untitled Pearl. Now, both of these bowling balls are very, very similar in strength. Best used for lighter oil conditions, like the other bowling balls I mentioned that are good for that kind of condition. The Hyrule X is smooth. It's a little stronger than the All-Road that I showed earlier. But it's also snappy in the back end for a lighter oil condition ball. The Untitled Pearl is all around snappy, strong, and smooth. So it's a combination of the OG Idol, the trend, and the trend. It gives a good snap, control shape on the back part of the lane, and it blends very well to certain conditions. It's a very, very, very good ball. I sanded my Untitled Pearl up to 3,000 grit, and it just seems to blend out of the lane extremely well. So there's just a certain condition that it's good for, but when it's on its condition it's made for, it hits like a freaking truck, you guys. Storm, Rotogrip, Nano Global. Since Nano Global came about into this stuff with Storm Rotogrip has come out with great stuff for many, many, many years, and they continue to do that. Never had one bad ball from Storm Rotogrip, ever. Sonic and Supersonic that I had a while back, they were really, really, really good. The only reason I got rid of them is because they were too close to my IQs. I got a Skyrocket. I had a Daredevil Danger, all those. I just didn't decide to drill them because they were in bad shape, and I needed to be too close to the stuff I already had. But they were all good. They're all good balls. Heard a lot of good things about all of them from my pro shop operator Jeff Rippick, from other bowlers that I've talked to that have used them successfully. They just weren't what I needed in my arsenal at the time. But doesn't mean they weren't good balls. I've been hearing a lot of good things about them. Just I didn't need them because they were too close to the stuff I already had. But that doesn't mean that they weren't good, because they were. Last 2 here before we go further into the closet. Now, another IQ I really did like that I shot my highest ever series with last season. A second after I got it drilled. The IQ Tour Fusion. Now, I'm getting the IQ Gold Pearl coming in the mail very shortly. And I'm going to get an IQ Tour 30 very shortly as well. I'm trying to find the original IQ. It's going to take me some work, but I'm going to try to find the OG IQ before the IQ Tour came out. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm going to try to find one. IQ 30, I have seen many of them around. I'm going to buy one of those as soon as I can. This IQ Fusion, as soon as I got it drilled, I shot 770 with this ball. Smooth, controllable, good for all kinds of conditions, depending on how the lanes are oiled. I really do like this ball for its predictability, and I can see why Storm really did like this ball when it was out. Knew a lot of people liked this ball. It's just a sad thing that Storm had to let it go. I have a lot of friends that still have this ball, and they say it was really good. And I have to agree, because this ball has got me almost my highest series ever. And I'm hoping that when I do decide to use this ball again, I can shoot that one of these things. I'm going to shoot my first ever 800, because that would be amazing. And I'm hoping it's with this ball right here. This ball got me my first ever highest series of 770. And I'm sure one of these days, if I decide to use it for all 3 games in the league, I'm sure it's going to shoot my first 800. I'm really hoping that that's the case. The other ball that's in this bag that I was talking about earlier, the OG Idol. Now, thank you, but I want to thank you so much, Bestie the Lunar Wave, for giving me this. Honestly, guys, we found this on eBay for like $65, and I gave her the money for it, and she ordered it for me. As you can see, I throw this ball an awful lot, because you can see, look how dirty it is right there. Look at that dirt. This ball's good for late, like second game and the third game of league. This was the ball I used this year before I got my first 300, and I shot 297 with it on lanes 3 and 4, my bowling alley carousel lanes. This ball has been another good ball staple in the bag. This ball is between this and my my Zen. These have been switching out in my main league bag for the last like 4, 5, 6 weeks. Depending on the night, depending on the conditions, I'm switching between those two for certain conditions. They're both really good, and I can't thank my best friend, the Lunar Wave, for getting me both of them. I'm gonna have to clean my idol after this video, because it's really dirty, and I might be using it for league. So I'll be right back, guys. I'm getting some more stuff right now. Hold on. Okay, guys, I got 14 more bowling balls to show you before we get into the used stuff. Next one out of the 2 that I have here, before I get to my next next 12. My last 12 after these 2. We got the IQ Tour Nano Solid. This is another good benchmark ball that I love. And in this bag, we have the Storm Drive. The second collaboration that Jason Monty created with Storm. Now, this was given to me $50 from another friend of mine. He didn't match up for him well. He had a couple other good bowling balls, and he didn't like the way it's matched up for him. So I told him I asked him if he could sell it to me, and he did. The drive is polished right now, or lane shined as you can call it, because I've thrown this ball a lot lately. And like I said, all just from Monty's bowling balls that he's created with Storm are all really, really, really good. And this one just adds to it. It's a hybrid, but it's strong, smooth, and predictable, and I use it a lot. Now I'm gonna go grab my next 9 bowling balls before I show you guys my last 3 that I have currently in the arsenal actually drilled, and then we're gonna show you guys the ones that I have on the side of the closet that need to get drilled, and then I'll tell you guys the new stuff I'm gonna be getting in April. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, guys. Down to the last 12. There's 9 here to show you, and then I got the last 3 in the closet. That are the easiest to get to because they're right on the side as I walk in the closet. Okay. RTX one. Storm Parallax. And the Storm Alpha Crux. Now these go in and out of my bag, out of my league bag. Alpha Crux is the strongest one in the bag. One of my rarest gems that I have. Until you get to see what the rarest gem that I have. Thank you to my best friend Little Wave that I'm going to be showing you later. On in the next 2 bags. The Alpha Crux right now, new in box, is going for $500 to $550. And the other gem I'm going to show you, before I get another gem, a couple gems from my grandfather, later on in the near future, because when my grandfather actually passes, he's giving me a few bowling balls, and the ones he's going to give me for Storm are even rarer than the ball that my best friend, the Little Wave, really gave over to me. That used to be Xeno Eevees as well. But the Alpha Crux, you guys, is going for like $500 to $550, new in box. Lucky for me, I got my Alpha Crux for $100. Used and single drilled. I got it plugged and re-drilled for me, and I really like it. The Storm Parallax, I got used for $75. Really like that ball. And the same thing with the RTX one. I got that off of my Pro Shop operator, Jeff Rippeck. Used for $75. I like all of those. All these balls, they give all different shapes. And really good for certain conditions. Really like them. That's why they're not leaving the bag. And that's why they're never leaving the arsenal. The stuff I got rid of in the arsenal. My Gravity Evolve, my Crux Prime. I love my Gravity Evolve. The Crux Prime I got rid of because it was in bad shape. Not because I didn't want to drill it. It was in very bad shape. My Gravity Evolve I got rid of because it was, I didn't need it. I didn't use it. I didn't throw it much anymore. I love the ball. It was smooth, controllable, predictable. It was a very good ball. Like I said, but I didn't use it much anymore. So I just wanted to make space in the arsenal. So I got rid of some stuff I wasn't using. And going to add some more Nano Global stuff and more Storm stuff to the bag that I'm going to, for next season, I'm going to use. So, we'll just see what happens in April. Okay. Next 3. We have the Marvel Pearl. One of my favorite hybrids that complements the UFO solid very well. The UFO alert. And then finally in this bag, that I almost got my first ever 300 with a couple years ago. Which I didn't get the ball out because it's stuck, because the zipper on this bag is broken. Oh, come on. Stupid bag. There we go. The Storm Astrophysics. Now, the Storm Astrophysics, along with both of these other balls, Storm Astrophysics I almost got my first 300 with. Another ball, this is the ball I traded my Rotogrip Pearl for, from my friend Brandon Scott. The UFO Alert, I got used online for $90. My Pro Shopper Jeff Rippeck said it's a very good hybrid. It's one of the best hybrids that Storm has made this year. And the Marvel Pearl is just a gem. It's a very good ball. It's the Marvel Pearl basically replaces my Game Boy 2 Phenom Pearl that cracked in my apartment a long time ago. My Ebonite Game Boy 2 Phenom Pearl. that I had a long time ago that I mentioned to you guys a long time ago. It cracked in my apartment. So I talked to Jeff. I asked him if he knows a ball to replace that would replace it, and he asked that since I used to have that ball. He said if you can find a Hyrule Pearl, even though it's very discontinued. If you find one, that will replace that ball. So I was able to find one for like $75. So I went out and got it, and Jeff drilled it for me. I was gonna have a Marvel S to go with my Hyrule Pearl, you guys, but I got screwed out of it. Thank God I got my money back. I was gonna buy one for $75 on Facebook from a friend. I'm not a friend, from someone I knew that was selling one. Because I got recommended it from a friend of mine, and the guy scammed me. And thank God I got my money back. But I wasn't happy because I wanted that Marvel S so bad. But what can you do? I'll get a Marvel S possibly at some point, or I'll just not worry about it because I got the Marvel Pearl, and that's all I really care about. Okay, guys, I'm back. I'm just trying to make room so I don't have. So after I finish this last bag here, I can go grab the last 3 that I have to show that are drilled in my span, and then I'll show you guys what I have on the side of the closet before I tell you guys what I'm getting in April. Okay, last and final 3 that I before I get into the last 3 that I have in the closet. We have the Storm Intense Fire. We have the Rubicon UC2. And then we have the rarest gem my best friend Lulu gave me, the Storm X Factor. Now, out of the 3 here, the strongest one is the Rubicon UC2. The Intense Fire is strong as well, but it's snappy and it's smoother than the Rubicon UC2. And then the X Factor is the weakest out of the 3, even though it's still strong. The only reason that the X Factor is weaker is because it got a weaker core. The Rubicon, and they're all 3 are asymmetric, but they just all give a little different shape. Like I said, every single asymmetric ball, a lot of them give different shapes. They're not all the same in terms of shape, because they're not going to make a bunch of asymmetric balls to do the exact same thing. But the shape, all shapes on asymmetrics are all different. Same thing with a lot of the symmetrics, because they're not going to make every single symmetric ball to do the exact same thing, because then then you wouldn't have an arsenal. They make, because of the cores inside, maybe a symmetric or an asymmetric core, but the cores inside of the bowling ball are all different, and they're all going to do different things. So, the older the ball, doesn't mean it's going to roll like the newest stuff we have now. They always update the cores every single year and update the cover stocks, so you're going to get stronger and stronger and stronger cover stocks as the years go on. But the X Factor from Storm, even though that ball's made in 2002, still reacts very good on today's oil conditions. The Rubicon UC2 was made about a year or so ago. Still being made, still going strong. The Intense Fire's been gone a while with the Intense, but I'm glad I found one, because I've been looking around for one for a very long time to go with my Intense, and very glad I got it, because it's a good ball. And like I said, the Intense Fire, they're also going for a lot of money on Facebook for new in-box ones. They're going for like $400, $500. So if you can find them for good prices, definitely get them and snag them up for yourselves. Now I'm going to go put this away, and I'm going to grab my last 3 bowling balls that I have drilled for myself. And then I'm going to get into the used stuff that I have on the side of the closet. And then I'll tell you guys exactly what I'm getting for the new season in April. Getting it into the spring and summer league of this year, into my fall league for next year. So, I'll be right back. I hope you guys are liking this video. And I'm very excited that I'm able to show you guys my new arsenal. And I cannot wait to show you guys my new pieces that I'm getting in the near future. So, I'll be right back, you guys. Alright, you guys. Now, I'm going to be saving the best ball for last, which is in the book bag here. That I just got drilled brand new this year. That Storm just released. And no, it's not the Nano Global. It's not the Rotogrip Gem, and it's not the Reality. The Reality, I'm going to be getting in April. Same thing with the Gem. Which I will tell you guys, though, I will tell you guys all the equipment that I'm getting in April for the new season. After I show you guys these last 3 bowling balls, before I even get into, after I show you guys what the used stuff that I have on the side of the closet. Okay. Now, in my 2-ball roller, we have my Storm Promotion, which I told you guys is my favorite ball by Jason Momanci. I've had this ball for a long time. And I got it brand new. And I've thrown a lot of games on it. And it's the only ball I got left of the spec cover stock. And I got rid of the Gravity Evolve and the Crux Prime. Like I said, Gravity Evolve I really liked, but didn't throw it much anymore. And the Crux Prime that I had, it was in very bad condition, so I didn't drill it. This promotion is amazing. My highest game of this ball is 290. And now, because I got it drilled I got a 290 with it not that long ago. When I first got it, my highest game of 280. Now it's 290 because I got a lot of good scores with this ball as well. Now, my first ever Storm ball. We got the Storm Street Fight back. As I mentioned in a video a long time ago, I got this ball. This is my first ever Storm ball. I gave it over to Zeno Levy. To help Matt with his arsenal when he was bowling here in Binghamton with me in the leagues. And I told him that when he stopped bowling, that I want this ball back. So I got it back and got it re-drilled. There's only a tiny little scratch on it now on the side. If you guys can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's very small. It's right there on the side. But this ball's still... I'm just glad I got this ball back. And I got it re-drilled for myself. Not a good ball for light oil condition. I can play straight with it, or straight with this up through there, or I can hook it a lot and slow my speed down. This ball is really good, and I'm very glad that I was able to get this back. First ever Storm ball I ever drilled, first ball I've ever drilled in my life. I'm so glad that I can continue to use this, and I'm so glad that I still have this ball in my bag. This will be another bowling ball I'm never going to sell. Every bowling ball that I showed you guys, I am not selling any of these. The only time I might sell one is if I find something better to replace it. But 90% of the equipment I'm showing you guys, I'm never ever going to sell. Final ball that I just got drilled this year. I was going to wait until April 4 as well, but I decided to drill it early. Because I wanted it, because my pro shop was giving a deal on it, and my pro shop operator Jeff said I could get it, I could put money down on it and just finish paying it off. So I decided I was going to do that. And I drilled the store on phase 4. Now, in the last video that I did before I started doing this Arsenal video, I did show this ball. It's a Pearl, of course, because they did this. They drilled it. They made this to replace the OG phase that I don't have anymore because it cracked. So you got a progression. You had the OG phase of the Pearl. You had the phase 2, which is my favorite ball in the bag, my benchmark ball as a solid. You had the phase 3 as a hybrid, and then they brought back this phase 4. They put the phase 4 in the Pearlized cover stock to match up with the OG phase that's no longer available. This is stronger than the OG phase. It's more snappier in the back end. I threw the OG phase because I had one that was discolorated that cracked on me. It was very, very, very smooth. It was a good ball. But I guess a lot of people didn't like it because it was so smooth, which it doesn't matter if the ball's smooth. If it rolls good for you, it rolls good doesn't make it a bad ball, but a lot of people didn't like it, so it didn't last very long. But honestly, it was a good ball. I liked it. It went good for my style, honestly. Too bad it cracked on me. But this phase 4 definitely replaces it. And you have a more snappier shape on the back end. I doled this to 3000 grit to take the polish off, and it's performing way better with the surface. So I recommend if you want to drill a phase 4, I got my friend Joe Trotty to drill one, because he took my advice and drilled one. And I told him, dull it up. It'll roll better for you, dull. You just got to break the cover stock. And I have like 7 games on this ball now. And it's starting to really snap hard in the back end and give me a good shape on the back end. And it's really starting to break in very, very, very nice. So I definitely recommend if you want to add to your phase line and you like the phase 2 and the phase 3, drill the phase 4. You're not going to regret it. Now I'm going to go into my stuff I gotta get drilled that is used and I haven't drilled for myself yet. And then I'm gonna finish off the video by explaining to you guys the equipment I'm gonna be getting myself in April. So stay tuned. When we go grab the rest of the stuff, I'll be right back. Okay, so the used stuff that I have to show, I have 10. So this shouldn't take too long before I tell you guys what I'm doing in April. Now the first ball I got to show you is the only idol I have not drilled yet. Idol Synergy. Now Phil Drum, my friend Phil Drum, has thrown this ball a lot in tournaments. And has bowled a lot of good sets with good games with this ball. To be honest, I've been told by my Jeff Rippick, my pro shop operator, that this ball is in between the Idol Pro and the Idol Pearl in terms of reaction. It's a little bit stronger than the Idol Pearl, and the ball that goes above the Idol Synergy is the OG Idol. So if you're going by scale, it goes Idol, Helios now, OG Idol, Idol Pro, Idol Synergy, Idol Pearl. Out of the 5. This is the 4th strongest out of the 5. So if you're going to progression, it goes Helios. Again, it's going to go Helios, OG Idol, Idol Pro, Idol Synergy, Idol Pearl. From progression to progression. That's what I was told by Jeff, and that's what I was also told by the Storm and Rotogrip page. But that's a very good ball. I just haven't drilled it yet. Now, another ball that I'm very excited to drill, that my best friend the Low Wave gave me, and also Xeno EV doesn't throw anymore, the Fire Road. Now, we got more road balls that I want to get drilled. The Victory Road Solid, the Victory Road Pearl, and a bunch of the other road balls that are gonna be getting drilled, that are very old. This one, I'm very excited to get drilled. It smells like mangoes. It's very, very, very pretty. It's red and purple. But this is another ball that I'm decided to drill and try out for lighter oil. I just gotta really resurface this and get it clean. And when I do, it's gonna be amazing, amazing ball. I know I'm gonna like this. So let me go. So now I'm gonna put these away in the closet, and I'm gonna grab some more stuff out. So hold on a sec. Alright, guys, next two. We have the High Road Solid, which I cannot wait to get drilled. The first, the High Road line. And we have the Parallax Effect that I'm going to drill to go with my Parallax. Now, these both are going to be really good, I assume, as well. The Parallax Effect's going to be stronger than the Parallax and snap really hard. And the High Road Solid, I've never thrown. I've never seen anyone throw it. So I'm really excited what that's going to do. But they're both in very good condition. And I cannot wait to see what they're going to do on the lanes. Next up, we have the Storm Omega Crux. Now to add to the Crux line, which I'm not gonna re-get the Crux Prime, but I really want to get the Omega Crux because it's smoother. It's smoother than the Alpha, and it's a still asymmetric ball for heavy oil conditions. Gives a different shape in the back end. So when I get this drilled, I'm gonna try it out on fresh and see what it's gonna give me in terms of shape. Now to go with my street fight, Xeno EV was me very lucky to find this. I was looking all over for this ball. We got the Storm Fight. Very lucky enough for me to find one of these. I've been looking all over the place for it. I'm gonna have to sand it and get it resurfaced and get it drilled. But this is going to be a great ball to go in my street fight. So when I get this drilled, I'm going to do a comparison. Throw it in league when I get it drilled. And see how it rolls down the lane compare it to my street fight. Okay, now we're down to the last 4 bowling balls before I show you what I'm getting tell you guys what I'm getting for the new season. Okay. We have the Storm Code Black, which is the last code that I have to get drilled to go complement my Codex, Code Red, and dark code. And then we have my second ever 900 global ball, the Ordnance C4, which I only spent $30 for. It's going to be a great ball to go in with my Zen. And I cannot wait to drill this and see what it's going to do on the lanes. So I'm going to go put these away, and then we're going to get down to my urethanes that I have. And then I'll tell you guys what I'm going to be getting in April. So, I'll be right back. Okay, you guys. Now, for the last two ball balls that I have, before I tell you guys what I'm getting in April. First off, we have the Storm Pitch Purple that Zeno Eevee has had for a very long time. He had it sitting around for maybe 2 years. And my best friend, the Little Wave, gave it over to me. So as soon as I can, the next couple weeks, I'm going to take this down to Jeff and get this thing drilled for myself. I haven't thrown urethane in a very, very, very long time. The last urethane ball I have thrown, after getting my Storm Street Fight and my Ebonites, I threw my grandfather's Columbia 300 Columbia 300 Muscle. It was a very old Columbia ball. It was from I want to say early 2000, mid 90s. That ball was really old, but it was a urethane. It was very, very, very good. I threw it a lot. I was throwing it when I was first bowling leagues before I got my Street Fight. And I really did like it. It was only Columbia ball I really threw besides my Columbia 300 Scout that I drilled before I drilled my first that I drilled after my Street Fight. But yeah, the Columbia 300 Muscle and the Columbia 300 Scout were really good urethanes. They gave a little bit different shape. I haven't thrown urethane since then, and that was like maybe 5-6 years ago, maybe longer. So, to throw urethane again, when I get these things drilled, it's going to be, very interesting for me because I haven't done it, I haven't thrown urethane in a very long time. So, it's going to take me a while to get back into it and get used to it again. But I'm sure when I get used to throwing urethane again, no matter where I'm bowling or what I'm bowling on, if my reactive equipment's not working, I can throw urethane and know it's going to give me a good shape on the back end. And, I'm going to be able to control the pocket. Last urethane ball that I got before I get some more urethanes coming up soon and get some more and tell you guys what I'm getting in April. We have the Storm Pitch Black. Now I got this for free from Brandon Scott, my friend. Did a lot of transactions with him. He was get rid of this. We were gonna do a deal on for $50 for this ball. And yesterday he was taking me home after league. I'm sorry, not yesterday. Saturday night. He was taking me home from league, and he told me I could have the Pitch Black for free. He just gave it to me. So, brought it home, and I'm going to resurface it to 1,000 grit, get this thing plugged after I get the Pitch Purple done, and get it re-drilled for myself. Really, really, really excited to get this ball done as well. Hey, guys. That ends the bowling balls that I have in the closet. Now I'm going to tell you guys what I'm going to be getting in for April. In April, I'm working on right now, talking to a friend of mine. I have a Storm Insight that I'm not going to be drilling myself. So I'm trading that right now for a Fever Pitch urethane. That's going to give me another different shape than the Pitch Black and Pitch Purple. I'm getting a Pitch Blue urethane for $50 from the same guy. That's going to be weaker than the Pitch Black and weaker than the Pitch Purple and weaker than the Fever Pitch. So I have some urethanes for different lane conditions, shorter patterns, and if one's too strong, I can go down to a weaker one. So I have a progression, and they're all different shapes, so I'm not having overlap of equipment. I'm getting a Rubicon UC3 urethane, which will be the strongest urethane that I have since I got rid of my hot cell to Danny Design 2.0. That's my strongest urethane in the bag, the Rubicon UC3, so I'm going to be getting that in April. I'm getting a new spare ball to Storm Mix to get rid of my Brunswick spare ball. It's the only ball that I have. It's not Storm Rotogrip Global. It's my spare ball, which I'm going to be getting rid of for a Storm Mix. So then I'll have a nice new Storm spare ball. And then my best friend, the Lunar Wave's giving me a Nova. I'm going to be getting the 900 Global, the Rotogrip Gem. I'm going to be getting the 900 Global Reality. The 900 Global Altered Reality. The Wolverine, 900 Global Wolverine. To replace, because I was going to get the Storm Spectre and the Wolverine. But the USB-C banned the Spectre. Which, to be honest, is stupid. I wish they never did that. But not much we can really do on that. And the final ball I'm going to get will be the Honey Badger Intensity and the Zen Master. So that's all the equipment I'm going to be getting for April. And if they have more stuff come out that I want to get in April, I'll look into it. And maybe you'll see some new stuff besides, maybe you'll see some other stuff besides those. And maybe you won't. So that's what I'm gonna be getting in April, and then there'll be some new. There might be some more stuff that I add, depending on if I like it or not. But right now, those are the ones that I'm mainly going for. So I hope you guys liked the video. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment down below for any new videos you guys want to see. Until next time, you guys have a wonderful day. Abby Stolbecker signing out. Peace.